Hello, and welcome to a special intraday edition of Real Day Trading. Well, the market is currently rebounding from a low of around 433. The 5K account today is up over 50%. LMT, we this morning, let me just take a quick look here, and we sold our Amazon Butterfly for a loss. I needed the cash to then buy back the LMT 470 call at 40 cents, sold the VIX calls for a profit. I then sold the 470 calls again for 50 cents, made a quick $10 there, and then added two more call debit spread contracts to that at 455, 470. And right now, those are paying off really, really well. So we're up $419 on an account that was around 800 when we started this morning. So that's a pretty good start. If LMT gets over to 470 by the end of the day tomorrow, then we have four contracts worth $1,500 each. That is $6,000. We're now at $1,300 in the account and growing. So once again, this account is not dead. We are still fighting on this challenge. But today, what I thought I would do was show you different ways that one can find stocks and different types of scanners you could use. Oh, I am seeing currently that I have, since we're live right now, we'll just put this here. Snow, I have PDS on Snow. And it's a 220, 215, and you can see here Snow just dropped like $3 in one bar, so that's good. I also have calls on AEP. I am long MOS stock. I have some NVIDIA calls on spec. McDonald's, I have a put debit spread. It's very weak today, but the market's going up a little bit with the market, but still weak. Tesla, I took profit on the put debit spread earlier, and now I am left with a 925 center point butterfly. And then Amazon, I have a 2975 center point butterfly on the downside and a 3200 on the upside. So it looks like the downside butterfly for Amazon is going to be more likely to come in. But definitely keeping an eye on Lockheed Martin here as it starts going up. If we hit 470, as Doc Brown once said, you're going to see some serious shit. All right. So how do we start finding stocks? Well, there are so many different ways. Let's start out with a pretty basic way here to go about it. A free way. Look at FINVIZ. Okay. So if I go to FINVIZ, I'm just going to click on this map and take a look at the S&P as a whole. I can quickly see tech is weak today, but out of all of that, Apple is the one that's standing out. Right? So I have Apple standing out here, and I have IBM standing out. Two stocks there. So what I'm going to do is, as I see these stocks just pop a little bit, that indicates some relative strength there for the sector, not against the market, but against the sector. I'm just going to put those on a quick watch list, right? So I'm going to go over to TC2000. I'm going to go to this watch list here, and I'm just going to add Apple, and I'm going to add IBM. I'm just going to put both of those on there, right? And all I have here is the net change, the volume and the price. That's all for this watch list for the moment. Okay. Going back to FINVIZ, just taking a look through here. I know right now utilities is really strong, and You can see here healthcare is very strong. So I'm looking, and Johnson & Johnson is one of the stronger stocks there. AMGN is fairly strong. So I'm looking here, Lilly, but looks like AMGN is the strongest in the healthcare sector. So I'm just going to go back, put AMGN here. I'm just going to put that on there. Okay. Continuing back to looking through it. Here is oil, gas, and energy. We all know that this has been a pretty hot sector, but today there seems to be a lot of red in this area. However, CVX, Chevron, is standing out. So CVX, and then I'm going to go over to utilities, and I can see immediately on utilities AEP, which I am already long, SO, AEP, SO, both very strong. Let's see here. PNW, also strong. PNW is also strong. So PNW, AEP, SO, PNW, AEP, SO, all very strong. I'm just going to add them here. All right, so PNW and AEP and SO and CVX was strong. I just got some stocks here that by sector are really strong. I can also look to see what stocks are pretty weak. Obviously, Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, all weak. This is only the S&P stocks, by the way. So we have Tesla, Facebook, Amazon. Now is weak. Autodesk is weak. So if I by the way, put this back on. There we are. Sorry. These are the weak stocks. Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, Now, Autodesk. So as I do that, I'm just going to add to the other watch list these weak stocks. And Facebook here. I'm keeping you on the FinViz page for the moment. Let's see. What other weak stocks do we have? We have CRM, I mentioned. We have Now is very weak. Okay, AD. Okay, that is weak. What else do we have? COF and PayPal. Boeing. Netflix. COF. PayPal. Boeing. Netflix. Okay. So we got some pretty good strong stocks here, and we got some good weak stocks. Let's just add on the strong stocks, UNP and Walmart. I like both of those. UNP and Walmart. So now when we go up here, you can see here UNP, sorry, UNP and Walmart. Okay. And let's just take a quick look at some of the positions, by the way. Lockheed Martin doing great. NVIDIA being NVIDIA. MOS, nice stock, rebounding, decent. AEP, just non-stop monster today. Snowflake, dropping. McDonald's, weak because they're closing so many McDonald's in Russia. Tesla, definitely weak today. Amazon, weak. But we're here on our list, right? We have some around 3, 6, we have 9 here, 10 here, 9 strong stocks, 10 weak stocks. Just to make it balanced, I'll add another strong stock. I'll put in AMT here because I was also on the list, right? Okay, great. We got 10 each. Now I'm going to go check another source. Now, this is a website that I like a lot. It's free. I don't know why it's free, but it is. It is called StockBeep. Okay. Um, so here you can click on and see breakout of range for the day. You just sort by time, right? There's AEP right there. Breakdown of range. Sort by time again. Here are the stocks that are breaking down. It is up to the minute, so you can do breakout and breakdown by out of their range. So this would be stocks that are breaking out of a moving average, for example, or support resistance of the day, a day breakout. They're going to have more stocks there, but you could see popping to the top ES. I love that it gives relative volume here, right? So the higher the relative volume, the better the breakout. You can look at breakout day here and see right off the bat Spotify. Net was up there. Now Riot just popped to the top. So look here, you can see it's moving as we're looking at this. You see Net pops to the top on a breakout with high relative volume. So I can immediately now go here and take a look at Net. And look at that. That is a weak stock that is broken right through its 50 SMA right there. I can now see here if we have an upward trend line that doesn't come into play until around 83. I can now look over here and see another one doesn't come into play until around 90. There's a lot of room for this thing to drop here, given how weak it is. This is a really weak stock. What do I do with that information? I trade it. So right there, I just saw a stock that is extremely weak. Even when SPY popped, it just consolidated, and now it's dropping again. I am going to go over to another account here. Let's see. I'm going to go to Net here, and then I am going to short Net because there. Let's see that. Let's do let's do a 104 100 put debit spread on this. I think it should work, right? Take another look. 104 100. Or I could just take the 106 puts. Just trying to find out what the best play. Here you can look at Net. Over here, you can see there's a really high IV going on. So it's better when you have a high IV to do a spread so you're not getting killed by your by premium. But I do think that a 104 100 for a debit of $1.47, that might work fine. Let's see. Oh, I put it in wrong. Whoops. Nope. 104 100 there. That makes more sense now. Okay. Alrighty here. I was about to sell around 104 put contracts on Net, which probably isn't a bad deal, but not exactly a good idea. All right, let me just, there we go. And there. Okay. And of course, now I got to tell everyone that I am short Net. So hold on one second. As you can see here live, this is what I am doing all day long. Okay, here, you know what, I'm going to just quickly want to add to that. There, 30 of them, put that there, and send that there. Now you don't want to go through? Come on. There you go. Okay, I got it. Well, that's better, $1.35. All right, and I'm just going to tell everyone here, PDS on net 104, 100 for $1.35. Right? I mean, and now, of course, not only do I have to put it in one place, I have to put it in Reddit, and then I have to go over here to Twitter and put it here. Tell everyone there I'm doing a PDS on net there, and done. Great. And of course, now that I do that, I immediately add it to my positions that I am monitoring net. And let's move it over to all the other shorts. Okay, great. All right. Sorry about that. I just had to take that trade because that was a great trade. So here is Snowflake, here is net, here is McDonald's, my shorts, and here are 3 green bars. But all my longs, there are green bars here. Why are we currently popping? Well, the first thing I would do is I would look, when I see a big green bar like I'm seeing right now on SPY, I would look at Trade Exchange and looking to see if there's any news other than Powell, who's always saying something, that could have caused that. Doesn't seem to be anything right now other than Powell saying the Russian war changing thinking on rates. I mean, this is a pretty strong green bar here. Wow. This thing is just non-stop going. Let's see. Where in the world? Where in the world did this come from? This is a crazy. I mean, look. Hold on. I'm going to show you all. This here. Look at that. What the hell just happened? That's just crazy. Right as I shorted net too. Funny. But look at our 5K count. We're almost at 1,500 here. Lockheed Martin going, and even NVIDIA starting to pop. Okay. This is kind of crazy. All right, we will continue. By the way, you can take a quick look. How did our stocks in our list do? I can connect these here to this. Connect that there. So UNMP, that one did really well. AEP did well. Walmart. I'm looking for one that really popped. That one did. IBM did. Looks like, and there's Apple. Looks like this came from tech, right? Because you can see here are the tech stocks that were down, and look at them all pop. Well, it's Boeing, but much bigger pops than industrial sector. So definitely we are seeing some sort of pop in tech here. Why the hell we're seeing that? Here it is. That is, let's see here. I'll show you. Ukraine-Russia talks involved a possible temp ceasefire during evacuations. That is not really much to cause that kind of pop. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. Plus, we're talking about a temp ceasefire, like just during evacuations. So I won't bomb you as you're getting people out, so I can start bombing you again. Okay. That is, I guess that's third round of talks, maybe. That could be the whole thing. this is such a news-centered environment. I mean, anyway. All right, let's go back to looking there. And this here, I'm just going to tell everyone what. There. Okay, there you go. Going back now, this is Trade Exchange is great, by the way. It's another great resource. All right, so you saw Trade Exchange. You saw how one can use StockBeep, which is really great. I mean, look, right here, it just told you IS on a breakdown of the day, 9:35. If we go to IS, and it's up to the minute here, IS, you can see right there. Look at that huge drop. Going back to this website, which is great, DDOG. DDOG is another stock that's on here. You see it right here, DDOG. And if I go back here and take a quick look at DDOG, other than that recent pop where everything pretty much went up, you can see DDOG also breaks down through its 50-day moving average here. If you were to draw an algo line here, you could probably do it off this. And you could see it is bouncing off algo support here. So you would not short DDOG until it broke through here, right? So I'm just now going to set up an alert. And if it breaks through that algo line, I'll get an alert. And then I'll know, okay, this is a decent short. Also popping up on that site is TWLO. This site is entirely free, by the way. TWLO, take a look at this. And yeah, very weak again. So continued weakness on some of these stocks. I can now add them, by the way, to my list over here. So I can add, for example, DDOG. I can add TWLO to this list. And now I still have a really good working list to start going off of stocks. But let's not stop there and continue to look. There are a lot of different sites you can use to look at sweeps. This is just one of them, SweepCast. I use a couple of different ones. This one's decent. I like, you can just go into filter here. You filter by the expiration. So let's make it this Friday's expiration. I only want to look at sweeps. And now I go through, and what you're looking for are two things. You're looking for consensus, right? So I'm seeing some consensus on Tesla, for example. It's either bullish here or, well, actually, no, it's not. See, bullish here, bearish here, call, but bearish. So it's all over the map on Tesla. However, SPY, I'm seeing a lot of bullish calls, 439 calls. So you add the strike here, 439, to how much it's costing them. This is around 280 combined. So that is a predicted SPY price of around 440, 180. There's around $100,000 that just went into SPY calls for a predicted price of around 440, 180. We're currently at 437. That would tell you that there's some money out there that thinks SPY is going up. You can see here SPY 435 calls, and that is for around $6, so that's around 441. That's $116,000 play. So you can look at these, Snow bearish puts at 250, $29 for those puts. That is predicted, 221. So that's kind of they got those because it's at parity, right? Snow is at 221, and that's where those puts are. So that's a pure leverage play on Snow. It's a $64,000 leverage play where their bias towards it is bearish, but they did it at a parity level. You got some very bullish Google here. Google calls that are bullish. So you can just kind of look at this to see what the sentiment of the market is, right? You you won't necessarily get any trades here, but it's very clear a lot of big money puts SPY somewhere around 441 end of day tomorrow. If that's true, then you would be focusing on stocks with relative strength. You can also see the Qs, and QQQ right now is predicted at around 348. Well, 348 on QQQ, which right now is at 344, that suggests a decent lift in tech. So that's another way to look at the market. Let's go to another way. Go over to OptionStalker. Okay, now I am looking at OptionStalker here, and let's see here. All right. At least there goes net dropping finally, and McDonald's dropping. Let's just take a quick look here. Remember, I shorted net. Well, there it went, pop, but then back down. Great. I'm short Snowflake. It's doing great. I'm short McDonald's. Doing great. I am long AEP. Looks good. I am long MOS. It's fine. NVIDIA. Pain in the ass. LMT, Lockheed Martin. Well, it's hard to root for a defense contractor in the middle of a war, but let's just hope it gets to 470 tomorrow, and then it can do whatever it wants. And then I have my butterflies over here, Tesla and Amazon. So, all right. Back to OptionStalker now. We can look and see first what stocks are relatively strong at the moment. And you can see here, this is across different time frames. This is the M5, M15, M30. And I'm just looking at relative strength. And you want something that's green all the way across and up for the day. I don't really see anything here of great relative strength for the moment, but I can go over to Pop Bull, which is a nice swing trading list. DLTR, BBY, these all look good. So I like the chart over here. So let's just take a look at DLTR. All right. It didn't do much with that pop in the market though. And now it's starting to drop a bit. It is now dropped below its 8 and its 3. So I'm going to hold off on that one for the moment. Take a look at BBY, which I know doing a buyback. And this one here, you could see having trouble getting through its 200. So, I would just create an alert here. If it gets through there, great. I'll consider going long. Going back to OptionStalker here. Let's take a look at the short side of things. Relatively weak. There we go. All right, so PXD. That is short on. That is weak on every time frame. CVNA also weak. Snowy already short. So let's take a look at Etsy. Let's take a look at Etsy first. Go over here. Let's go to Etsy. Cannot seem to get through its 50-day moving average. It is weak on the day, right? I can even go here on a stock like Etsy, which should have been showing you all along. Charts, Etsy, and take a look, and you could see this here relatively weak for most of the day, since relatively weak since right around here, right around 8:25, 11:25 Eastern time. So Etsy, definitely a weak stock. We're going to put Etsy in our list over here. Etsy, there we go. Go back and OptionStalker. Let's see here, PXD, right? We'll go over here, go back, PXD, take a look. Weak, but decent daily chart. Don't want to touch it. CVNA was also on that chart, on that list. CVNA. Now there is a weak ass stock. Look at that. Yep. Now that might look like a bull flag, but it is filling the gap here. and pull it out a little bit more. I made sure I added the words a little bit more at the end of that statement, else I'm just saying pull it out. CVNA, let's take a look here. CVNA, yeah, very weak. Weak against SPY, weak stock. You know what? CVNA, I am going to, let's just see here. CVNA there, okay. I'm going to grab some not much volume in this damn thing. You know, might as well. CVNA, let's see here. Okay. Okay, there. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I gotta be careful on this. I keep clicking the wrong damn thing. All right, sorry for that. I'm just gonna, there. Okay, whatever. CVNA. Okay, I just shorted CVNA at 126.65. So, great. I'll post that right now. All right, here, short CVNA at here 126.65. Okay, right there. And post that there. So that's how you go. And I'm just trying to give you some insight into how I'm making some trades here. Great. Short CVNA. You will see that now on your Twitter. On the Twitters. You'll see it on your Twitters. Carvana. There you go. Okay, back to where we were. And OptionStalker. So I was able to find that using relative weakness. I can also go here and see if I can, find a stock that is weak on a 5, 15-minute, 30-minute basis, lower than the prior day low, has some decent option liquidity, and has some heavy volume. See if there's anything. Oh, there's CVNA right up on top. McDonald's already short, Net already short. So all these things I'm already short, right? So there, right off the bat, we got some good options, no pun intended. A lot of those are already entered into our list, right? So depending on where you start to look for these things, you could find them in different spots. And then finally, I'm going to go here and you can just click through. Like if I clicked on utilities, I would see here are the strongest stocks. R&W, for example. R&W is one of the strongest stocks for utilities. If I go here, let's just add R&W. It's a weak stock, but I don't know why I did that one. Get rid of that. Remove that. Okay. All right, there. Now I want R&W. Okay. And click on that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good stock. Here it is through its 100-day moving average. No real algo line here. Newer stock. Decent, but the volume isn't great. It's above average volume, but still not great volume. So moving on. Let's see what I'm doing is I'm clicking. This is the strongest sector. These are the strongest stocks in that sector. A lot of which we've already captured. You can go to the weakest sector here. This one's the weakest. And then I'm going to go here Here are the weakest stocks. Obviously, RSI is weak. AEO, very weak today. Carvana, we already shorted that. Let's see, Peloton, that fell apart. Looking through DKNG, gotta remember that one was like $60 a share. XPEV, Data, and looking through here, Fubu, LI, PDD. PDD is interesting. That is a interesting PDD. Well, what the hell is that? PDD. There we go. I should have made this a live video. Look at that. Look how weak this stock is. This is a great short, PDD. I mean, you don't get better than this one. In fact, this is a great. I should short PDD as well, because that is a hell of a good stock to short. So hold on. I'm going to also now go here, PDD. Let me just see. There, PDD. And let's see here. I'm going to take the 47 put lottos on PDD for, let me see how much I can get them for, $2 and hopefully 2 cents. I'm putting it in for. Did I get that? No, yep, I got it. Oh, actually, I went through at $2. Great. 47. So the 47 puts for $2 is where, short PDD, the 47 put lottos for $2. You can see how quickly I am learning everyone right after I actually do the trade, right? Because I want, if anyone's keeping track and they're analyzing these trades, I want to make sure everyone's getting them in a very timely manner. And now I put PDD on my other charts there. So, okay, well, I hope this was helpful. You basically saw various ways one can find trades, right? So we went through, and you can use free resources like StockBeep or FINVIZ. Right off the bat, found some great stocks there. We was able to look at the charts and see if there's a good short or a good long there. SweepCast, there's plenty of those, but get a good sense of the direction of the market. Right now, the sentiment and a lot of the money seems to think that SPY is heading up to 441. But, you know, what you do is you always keep an eye on that, because that can change, right? Right now, it's still 438. Yep, it's still 441, it looks. But here comes a bearish put on SPY, which is at 434. So someone just put $40,000 in the opposite direction. You start getting enough of those competing sweeps, and now you have a directionless market. So it's all about, is there consensus among where all the money is going and how much money is going there? Here you have a, okay, let me, AVGO, just clicked on that for the wrong reason, but you have $435,000 going to AVGO, but it is a call that's bearish and has no real direction to it. NVIDIA, call bearish. You're looking for calls that are bullish, puts that are bearish, same direction, decent amount of money, and not at parity. AMD, 112 puts, and they're going for $1.43. So someone thinks this is going to be at 110.57, right? And if you took a look at AMD, which is currently at 112.97, that's a pretty bearish play on AMD right now. Someone out there thinks AMD is going to go to 110.97. You could make that argument because look at AMD's chart. It actually broke down through here, the 200-day moving average, and it's staying below it. It did not, it popped with the market, but came quickly back down again. Is it maybe worth popping off a lotto put on AMD because so much, that amount of money went into it? Yeah, maybe, because this broke down the 200-day moving average here. That's not a bad play. In fact, considering there's a huge amount of volume in the 110 lottos for AMD at 83 cents. 83 cents. In fact, if the 5K account had enough money in it, I might grab some of those. But I really need NVIDIA to pop in order for the 5K account to have enough money to get those AMD puts right now. But if you were so inclined, that would not be a terrible play, is to get those AMD puts. All right, that's it for me. I hope this was helpful for everyone, and I will talk to you soon. And in the meantime, I hope you all do what I'm going to say: read the damn wiki and learn how to trade. Have a good day, everyone.